Hi everyone and welcome to the Study in Valencia channel. Today we'll be answering some of the most frequently asked questions about a very important topic, the study visa. To help us with that, we have Faustyna here. She's the Visa Advisor at our schools and the person in charge of these matters at Study in Valencia. Hello.
Hello everyone, my name is Faustyna and I will be your dedicated visa advisor. My mission is to guide you step by step through the student visa process to make it smooth, clear and successful. With my support, you will be ready to begin your Spanish adventure with confidence, studying abroad, expanding your horizons and creating unforgettable experiences. Let's make your dream of studying in Spain a reality.
So let's get started. First of all, could you explain to us what is your role here and how you help students through the process of coming to Spain?
Yes, of course. Within the Study in Valencia group, which brings together 4 schools, our labor, Ascencia Valencia, Ecotur and IHMGS, my responsibility is to make the student journey to Spain as smooth as possible. I work directly with our schools, our student managers, our trusted agents, and with the students themselves. I act as the main point of guidance for the visa process. Since every student has their own background and circumstances, I offer personalized advice for each case. I check the documents carefully and I explain all the steps clearly so no one feels lost along the way. With this close collaboration, our students feel supported and confident, and they arrive in Valencia ready to start their studies and their new academic journey without unnecessary stress.
So what documents do students need to prepare in order to get their study visa here in Spain?
Okay, this will be quite a long response, but please don't be scared. Once we break the visa process down, it's not so complicated as it looks at first. Let me go through the documents you need to prepare for your student visa application for Spain. First, you will need the national visa application form and a recent passport size photo. Of course, your passport, valid for the whole duration of your stay, is also essential. Next, we move to the academic side. The final admission letter from your school and the invoice for your tuition fees. And along with that, you must also provide an accommodation certificate to prove where will you be staying in Spain. Then comes one of the most important part, which is proof of financial means. The embassy or the consulate wants to see that you can cover your studies and living expenses in Spain, and the reference they use is the IPREM, the official Spanish income index. You must show that you meet at least the required amount for the whole duration of your stay. This can be justified through several documents such as a notarized affidavit of sponsorship or self-sponsorship, a bank certificate properly signed and stamped by the bank statements from the last 6 months, also properly signed and stamped by the bank, proof of income, for example, work certificates, payslips, business certificates, etc. Income tax return documents from the recent years. You also need to prove a family relationship with your sponsor if you have any. You can prove it, for example, through your birth certificate or family registration certificate. And you will need also a true photocopy of your sponsor passport or national ID. Now let me highlight something crucial. Many rejections happen simply because students have not fully paid their tuition fees. Even if you show your financial solvency, the embassy may doubt your capacity and may request extra proof, which can lead to rejection. So it's very important to pay full tuition fees before submitting your visa application, because it's greatly strengthens your case. The next important requirement is a health insurance policy. Your policy must cover you for the whole duration of your stay in Spain and it must be issued by any company authorized to operate in Spain. You will also need a criminal record certificate or certificates from all of the countries where you have lived during the last 5 years. Your criminal record certificate must be legalized or apostilled and sworn translated into Spanish. You will also need a recent medical certificate, also legalized or apostilled and sworn translated into Spanish. Your medical certificate must state that you don't suffer from any disease listed in the International Health Regulations of 2005. Additionally, you will need your birth certificate, and your birth certificate must be also legalized or apostilled and sworn translated into Spanish. In addition, if you are a foreigner in the country from which you submit your application, you need to prove your residence through the valid residence permit in the consular district responsible for processing your visa application. On the academic side, you will be also asked for your diploma and transcripts and other relevant academic documents. They must be legalized or apostilled and sworn translated into Spanish. If your previous studies were in English, it's important to prove it with certificates or transcripts so the embassy or the consulate has no doubts about your language proficiency. I would also like to mention that even if you submit your university diploma with your visa application, we will need your high school, your upper secondary school diploma and transcripts properly legalized or apostilled and sworn translated into Spanish to convalidate your studies here in Spain. Finally, it's always wise to include any additional supporting documents that can strengthen your case, for example, a motivation letter or extra certificates. And last but not least, please do not forget to attach a true photocopy of each document, including your passport. So yes, it may sound like a long list, but once everything is organized step by step, it's very manageable. And with the right preparation, the process becomes much smoother than it first appears.
So another common question we get is, how long does it take to get the student visa approved after applying? And how far in advance should students apply before the course starts?
Okay, so this time the answer is quite simple. You can submit your visa application between 6 months and 2 months before your course starts, but never later than 2 months before your start date, and it's very important because it's a legal requirement. Once you have applied, the embassy usually gives you a decision within 2 months. In most cases, the decision arrives earlier, but sometimes there may be slight delays depending on the embassy or consulate workload. That's why we always recommend our students to apply as early as possible so they can feel secure and well prepared before arriving in Spain.
Okay, that's great. And what are some of the possible reasons why a student can get their visa rejected?
Well, my role here is to make your visa gets approved. So instead of worrying about rejection, let's focus on success.
Yes.
The truth is, when rejections happen, the embassy may not even state a specific reason. And when the reasons are given, they often relate to things like missing documents, not showing enough financial resources, or not proving enough your financial situation, or not paying the full tuition fees. But here's the good news: all this can be avoided with the right preparation. That's why I guide you step by step. I carefully check your documents and make sure everything is in order before you submit your documents to the embassy or consulate. So don't stress about rejection. Focus on getting ready. With proper guidance, your chances of success are very high.
Okay, so one of the most frequently asked questions we get is, can I bring family members to Spain with my study visa?
Great question. My best advice here is first focus on your own student visa. Once your stay is secure, then you can plan the right path for your family. Spain does offer options for close family members, but the key is to take things step by step. By making sure your visa is approved and your studies are on track, you will already be opening doors for a better future for yourself and your loved ones.
Okay, that's great. And I have a question. Does the student visa allow them to work? What are the conditions under this?
Yes, the student visa does allow you to work, but there are some conditions.
Okay.
First, you need to secure a job offer or contract, and then you can apply to change your permission, so you are legally allowed to work 30 hours per week while studying. So in short, your studies always come first, but Spain gives you the opportunity to gain real work experience, which can add huge value to your future career.
And once their studies are finished, are they allowed to change their study visa into a work visa?
Yes, absolutely. Spain offers many options once you finish your studies. You can continue studying and specialize further. You can find a job and change your stay conditions, or you can even present your own business plan and start building your future here in Spain. In the end, it all depends on you, on your goals, on the path you want to take. What's important is that Spain offers opportunities, and the future here is bright for those who are motivated.
How does the study in Valencia help students to get their study visa?
I've already mentioned many things, but let me highlight them once again. At Study in Valencia, we offer you modern, in-demand programs with job opportunities, all in the most beautiful and safest city in Spain, Valencia. You can confirm.
Yes, I can.
We provide personalized guidance with your visa application, and we also support you with other important procedures once you arrive in Spain. In other words, we give you a full package designed for the best student experience. So choose wisely, choose Study in Valencia. We are already here, ready and waiting for you.
In this video, we've tried to answer all of your most common questions about your student visa here in Spain. At Study in Valencia, we offer all kinds of programs, and we're sure we will find the right one for you. Over 6,000 students have already graduated with us, so what are you waiting for to be the next one? If you have any more questions or doubts, feel free to reach us out here in the comment section in this video or on our social media. You will find it on the video description. We cannot wait to welcome you here at Study in Valencia. We will see you soon. Bye bye!